Hello.
What you call that? Safe and home?
Happy faces.
Yes, safe at home.
I'm going on Charlotte.
Hi, sweetie.
Hello.
Safe and
So
home.
as you, we
You
have,
have a phone number?
I'm going to begin.
Safe and homes. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Yes, safe at
Name
home,
of it.
Department of Aging.
Department, oh yeah, okay.
Just
Department of
go
Aging.
to me, Maxine or buy me code on chat and I'll give you the number, whoever's asking for it.
Portia, I am Department of Aging. Okay.
Yeah, Department of Aging.
Put it up for
Safe at
everybody.
home.
And I asked for.
Okay, Teresa's
yes.
talking, y'all. If you want the number, I have it.
Yes, I do. I want
Safe
to-
at home, I have it.
Okay.
Put it in the chat.
So
You
this
ready?
afternoon, we have our first senior.
Oh yeah, put it in the chat.
Senior
okay.
presentation. Given by
Portia.
Boss. Juliet Chris, she's going to her presentation, everyone, but if their TV comes on and the phone is ringing and people are talking, then I will go ahead and do so. So I'm going to keep things on the low end at this point, hoping that we don't need to mute everyone.
Okay. That's
Okay.
nice.
All right, so Juliet, are you there? I can see you
Yes,
there.
I'm here, Teresa. I can hear you
Do you
too.
have access to share your screen? Or
Yes, we do.
you do have access to share your screen?
Where do I find that now?
Okay, so what you need to do.
Is
to
it share
screen-
content?
I've given you permission to be co-host so that at this point you can't. So look on your toolbar and where's
Toolbar.
share in green with an arrow pointing up.
Yes. So I click on that?
Select that.
Okay.
And then tell me, what do you see next?
Screen, photo, iCloud Drive, Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, and Microsoft SharePoint.
Screen. So what did you say first? What was your first?
Screen.
Screen. Okay, tap on that.
1 second.
So your camera is off. So your camera needs to be on. Now I'm hearing a TV, just like I said, if I have to tell you to turn your TV off, I will mute everyone. Okay, how are you doing, Juliet? I see you're struggling there, but I'm here to assist you.
I can't find my pictures. I was just trying to find it.
Okay, so what you need to do, okay, now that you need to begin, you need to have your camera on, number one, your camera is off. So let's get your
Yeah,
camera.
I turned it back on. Why is it off
The
again?
camera is on, it's not visible to me.
Okay. So I have Zoom, a camera, and I have screen broadcast. Do I need to do anything
You
here?
want screen?
That I think is the lesson going forward. It has to be going back to Howard Dean, the 50-state strategy.
Okay, there we go. We're good. I'm gonna be.
Turn your TV off, y'all.
As soon as I get Juliet on board, I'm gonna be muting because it's just not gonna work. It's not going to work.
Turn the TV off. Why are you acting like that? TV off.
And we should not, among others, be
Oh my God.
Okay, all right, Juliet, I see. Okay, so let's get you
Just another example is Sherry Beasley in North Carolina. She said
on your toolbar. Do you see where it says share?
Democrats have been burned in the past by spending money on races they could.
Miss
Miss Mallory, that's her TV.
turn your
I'm here.
off.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I want you to turn your TV off.
My TV is off.
Okay, thank you.
That's an iPad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Come on, folks.
Hello?
We can hear you. It's not your time to talk.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
So, okay, we're trying to get Juliet assisted. So Juliet, what I want you to
Yes,
do, hold on a minute, so I want you to press share content.
okay.
Once you press that, the next thing, what happens after you press share content?
Then screen pop-up, photos, iCloud Drive, Dropbox, Microsoft
You want to share
OneDrive.
your screen? To share your screen, tap on that.
Okay, my screen is black.
Okay,
Everything on your screen, including notification, will be recorded. Enable, do not
Okay.
disturb.
enable.
So am I going to tap onto screen broadcast,
Yes, you're
Zoom?
gonna stop and, yep, you're following the good steps, and then start the broadcast after that.
Nothing happened.
Okay, you had to stop and start the broadcast, and then hit start broadcast.
You ask both candidates, they'll tell you they won the debate last night. JD Vance so much so that in the aftermath, when Tim Ryan
Hello, Miss James.
coming himself, Vance sent a
Yes.
Hi,
Miss
this is Miss
Rogers,
Rogers from Howard University.
I contacted you. I tried to call you this morning to tell you that you were not on my calendar for today. I also contacted Miss Thompson and told her the same.
She changed
I sent it and I
us from the
called.
18th to the 11th.
He said that President Joe Biden should
18.
Miss Alice
You mean-
changed us from the 18th to the 11th.
comment. saying
Well,
that
today's not the 18th, today's the 11th.
leadership trying to
I just said she changed us from the 18th to the 11th.
Oh, well, then she did not, I was not notified.
defending,
I was not notified. So I went ahead and planned, I have a session going right now.
Oh, you have a session for somebody else.
Yes, because I only saw the notification this morning and I tried to contact, I sent her an email letting her know. There she is. Alice, can you hear me? Alice, did you see my email I sent to you this morning?
Teresa,
Yes.
so the
Miss
Zoom man
Thompson.
is doing some,
You want to just put it off then?
yes,
Okay.
Teresa.
All right, we'll go ahead.
It's too much
and-
distraction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and. get some charges. Okay, so the other person has agreed to drop for today and we'll go ahead with you. Okay? And Dr. Farr. Okay, so
Yeah.
again, this is Teresa, I'm the hostess. I am the training manager here at Wild Tech. I have with me Miss Rogers and Dr. Farquharson. Is that how you pronounce it?
No,
And
it's
that-
Farquharson.
Who's going to talk to us about Howard School? Okay, Farquharson. Sorry about that. And Lisa Juliet, it seems to me you're now sharing screen, so go ahead. I'm going to stop you now.
Then that sends a message that
Okay.
perhaps
I'm going to go ahead and give you co-host. So would you be sharing your screen, Miss Rogers, Mrs. Rogers? Would you be
I am.
sharing your screen? Yes, okay, so I'll go ahead and give you permission. Please bear with me, let me go. First, I need to find you.
Another major issue we know is important from polls is the state of our democracy, and it's going to continue to be in the headlines because of the genuine.
All right, I've just done so. Go ahead, Mrs. Rogers.
It'll be very quick. This is Dr. Farquharson. Dr. Farquharson is a pathologist.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wanted him to speak to the clients about cancer of the mouth.
Okay, can you hold on? Let me get everybody muted because I can hear some TVs going. I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. And start. Let me mute everyone and then. All right, and now I'm going to mute you, unmute you now, ask you to so go ahead and unmute yourself, Mrs. Rogers, and take the mic.
My name is Romella Rogers. I'm the program coordinator for the geriatric program at Howard University College of Dentistry. And we wanted to bring a couple of tips to the patients, the client, about cancer on the rise in DC. And this is Dr. Farquharson, and he is a pathologist.
Okay. Can you go ahead
You
now?
ready?
Yep, we are ready. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Andre Farquharson. I'm a board certified head and neck pathologist. And I deal with many patients who have oral cancer and other forms of cancer. But I just wanted to update you on the importance of recognizing or determining if you have some malignancy or cancer in your mouth. So let me start by saying, first of all, cancer is the second leading cause of death in the United States, probably in the world. And that's very important. And oral cancer or mouth cancer is what it say, 3% of all cancers are found in the mouth. Now, 4 types of cancers, and that you need to be, most of us know the diseases that we find as cancer, but cancers are broken into 4 different groups. We have, first of all, carcinoma. Now, carcinoma is a cancer that is found on the skin structure. So on your skin or in your mouth, the stuff that you can see, that's called the epithelium, and that's called, when it becomes malignant or becomes deadly, it's called a carcinoma. So you have things like colon cancer, which is adenocarcinoma, or you have skin cancer. One of them, most popular, is called squamous cell carcinoma. And then the second carcinoma you have is blood cancer. And there's blood cancers that are called leukemias. Many of us have heard of leukemias. And so there are different forms of leukemias: acute lymphocytic leukemia, acute myelocytic leukemia. That's the second form. The third form of cancer is called lymphomas. And lymphomas are usually dealing with your immune system. And your immune system, that's talking about the structures that deal with your tonsils or deal with your protecting yourself against infections and viruses and things like that. And so those type of cancers usually look like bumps, and we call those lymphomas. So may have heard of things like Hodgkin's lymphoma or non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So those are the third type. And the fourth type of cancer is called sarcomas. And the sarcomas are the cancers that are found beneath your skin. That's what we call the connective tissue. And those are cancers that you will find. Those are things like if women have large tumors in their uterus, many times if they become malignant, we'll call those leiomyosarcomas or fibrosarcomas. So those are the 4 different types of cancers that we have, and those are the different definitive terms. So carcinoma, leukemia, lymphoma, and sarcomas. Now, when it comes to the oral cavity, most of them tend to be carcinomas. Every now and then you can get some lymphomas and leukemias and a few sarcomas, but most of them are carcinomas. So the carcinomas that you are most familiar with, and I will answer your question. Ms. Maxine, is one we have you, and that's another type of carcinoma. And then for things like prostate, These are the ones that are popular. And even those are not necessarily seen in the oral cavity to the oral cavity. So we want to always be mindful that you want to check in your mouth to see if there's any lumps, bumps, if there's any white areas that is unusual, or any bleeding that it may be taking place around your gums that is not considered based on just flossing. And if you do, you want to have those checked out by a dentist or oral head and neck dental doctor. So one of the things you want to recognize is if you're wearing dentures, you must remove your dentures at night, place them in a cup or a bowl of water so that they can be moisturized, but you also want to make sure you clean them. When you wake up, rinse them with warm salt water. You could get a brush and brush them off, and you can use certain products that will help do that. So with that being said, remember, you want to look into your mouth. You want to remove your dentures at night to give the tissues in your mouth room to breathe and to relax and not develop any type of lump, bump, scars, or white areas that are going to then possibly lead to any type of carcinoma. So I see 3 people right now with their hands up. There may be more. I'll start with Miss Maxine. What's your question? You can unmute.
Hold on, let me,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
let me on.
Miss James, you can unmute them.
Unmute. I have to unmute them. I'll go ahead and unmute them. So I will start with Brenda McManus. Go ahead, Brenda, unmute.
Yes, I just wanted to say to Ms. Rogers, when I came in for my appointment, I appreciate the information that she gave me, and it was definitely a pleasure to meet you. And she gave me some valuable information that I will take to heart, and I am going to follow through. And the other thing is with the dentures, I didn't realize you had to remove them every night, because I mean, I usually sleep in mine. So, but that's good information to know. And I appreciate the help that I'm going to be getting. So thank you so much, Ms. Rogers and Doctor.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have is Maxine. Go ahead.
Yes,
Maxine.
good afternoon. I'm happy to meet you. I have a question because I had to have I had my parotid gland removed in my face, and my I had a tumor and a lymph node, and so it sort of left the left side of my face a little, the inside in my mouth, like I have sort of like a stroke. Dr. Myers was my doctor that did. He was an excellent Dr. Ernest Myers.
He's an ENT doctor at Howard
University. Yeah, and he's no longer now Dr. Kalajari.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Kalajari is there. So now I have the dentures, but still, I'm still trying to, I still have the little slur, but then I had a tumor like behind my tongue. And so they did, biopsy, and it was sort of okay, but they're still checking, I've had,
periodic checks throughout the year, 6 months or a yearly checkup.
Yeah, so I haven't had one in a while, but I think I need to get one done again, because I don't think I could go through the parotid thing again, because I was in surgery for 8.5 hours.
Yes, it's usually a long surgery.
Yeah, so and sometime with my dentures, after I take them out, sometimes I may feel like a little, not. But what happened, with Dr. Clifford Ferguson was my doctor, and I've been diagnosed with lupus, and they had I was at Howard, and they was just put me on prednisone, and they came in the room one day, and I said, Dr. Ferguson, my teeth are just dusting out, just like powder. As I'm talking, they were just coming out. So I had the steroids had depleted my calcium. My teeth were just dusting out. So they sent me to the oral surgery at Washington Hospital Center, and they took out all my roots. So when about time is for me to get dentures, I was down to nothing, no bone, because they had to take out all the roots, because when the teeth went out, there was, they couldn't keep the root in.
So yeah, so that's very good. Thank you for that information. Just to add to what you were just saying, so there's several types of carcinomas that can be found in the oral cavity. Number one is the squamous cell carcinoma. That's the white lesions and the red lesions that can show. Number two, or ulcerations. Number two is what we call salivary gland carcinoma. So carotid carcinoma, we can have submandibular carcinoma that are from the salivary gland.
It'd be so painful.
Right, and they can be. And so you can have also lymphomas that are happening in the oral cancer from the immune system that breaks down. And then you can have sarcomas, like you can have rhabdosarcoma or leiomyosarcoma or a neurofibrosarcoma. So you have many types of cancers that can happen in the oral cavity. Now, to help you with regards to when they do the surgeries, the best thing is to be able to follow up with a general dentist or a prosthodontist who can work with the ENT surgeons to make a prosthetic that will help fit, so that you will be able to have a quality of life, which is to eat properly and to chew properly. But you also need physical and occupational therapy to get used
I was taking the speech therapy,
process.
And I sort of lost the hearing in my inner ear
because of the vessels and the structures that are involved. So it's very important that you get early checkups so that you can identify these things, so that it doesn't get to the point where you're losing so much natural structure that it causes you unable to hear, or to get paralysis, or to have difficulty functioning. And that's why taking your dentures out at night, seeing a dentist every 6 months to a year, so that they can do an examination, what we call an oral cancer screening, to see if there's anything going on that's not natural or normal to the everyday operations of your functioning. And so those things are very important to do. So thank you, Ms. Maxine. And I know there's a few other people with questions, so I'll let them go ahead.
Okay, thank you very kindly. So I was supposed to come up there, Ms. Rogers. Could you send me the number? Because I was supposed to come there on the 3rd, but with my, lupus, I had a little flare up, and I was so much pain, I couldn't show up on the 3rd.
Okay, that number is 240 499 6010.
6010. 6010.
When do you think you would like to come in? It has to be next week, not this week.
Next week by next Tuesday.
Okay, what is the date for next Tuesday?
The 18th.
You can see the number in the chat.
Okay,
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very kindly.
Miss Maxine, I'll be looking for you on the 18th at 10 o'clock. Did she hear me?
Yeah, she's muted. You're muted, but that's you hopefully you got it. All right, who is next? Miss James, you know who's next?
Okay.
Next.
All right, the next person. Yeah, she's Washington. Go ahead, Teresa. Axe away. Are you there, Teresa? You're unmuted.
Is that Teresa Durbin you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, this is Teresa Durbin. Good afternoon. Thanks for the information. My husband has a small white bump on his tongue. It has increased in size very, very slowly. Is your office the place I should be making an appointment for him to come? When you mentioned cancer
on the 18th, Miss Teresa?
Yes.
Can you bring him on the 18th at 10 o'clock?
At 10 o'clock. What day of the week is that?
Didn't they say a Tuesday?
Yes, Tuesday the 18th at 10 o'clock, the Howard School of Dentistry, correct?
You'll be here. You'll be here on Tuesday. Okay, Dr. Farquharson will be here Tuesday morning, and we'll be expecting you to come in on that date with him. And what we would do, pre-screening for him. As a matter of fact, go for all of you. There's a free screening available for you. If you want us to just take a look and just briefly look. If you want to become a patient, then we go from there. we'll tell you all the insurance that we take and various things like that. But your first appointment is free. It won't cost you a dime. And
I'll
we
be there on the
really, Miss
18th.
Teresa, you need to bring your husband on that
I
day.
will be there.
And
We
what
will
is
be
his
there.
name?
His name is Joseph Washington, and he has about 2 or 3 insurances.
Bring him on.
We'll be there. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Okay, Ms. James, who's the next person?
The next person is Glenda Coleman. Go ahead. No, Janola Coleman. Go ahead, Ms.
Good
Coleman.
morning, everyone. Thank you.
Morning.
I have a question. What happens when you sleep in your dentures?
What happens when you sleep in your dentures, you develop infections. You develop things like yeast infections, you can develop ulcers and sores, and you can also resorb the bone that is that your dentures is being held on, which then makes them not fit. So it's very important not to sleep with them so that you don't develop any type of fungal infection or bacterial infection or any type of ulcerations or lesions that may lead to cancer.
Because I've been sleeping in mine since I was 15 years old.
And if that's the case, you probably have some wearing going on where there's some flappy tissue and maybe some other issues going on where the denture's collecting a lot of debris and buildup, which is a problem that you probably want to have someone come and look at.
What
All
day
right,
would
thank
you
you
like
very
to come in?
I don't know. I
I
have
tell
to
you
get
what,
back.
you have our number. You can give us a call back and let me know what day you'll be able to come in.
The number is in the chat if anybody.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Next.
All right. Next we have is Barbara Mungo. Go ahead, Barbara.
Oh, how you doing today?
You're doing
I
fine.
have go ahead. I have a 3-part question.
Okay.
If you could answer me, okay, about the tongue cancer, and it's about the leukemia, and you stated if your gum have white spots on it, that could be cancerous.
That's those are all things that you need to have investigated and looked at by an expert because they can potentially be malignant or cancerous. Yes, it's not.
Okay,
It's not 100% that they will, but without.
What day would you like us to take a look at that? Miss Mungo,
I know this is someone that I know who has
what
tongue.
day would you like us to look at that?
Oh, you can whenever you want me to come up there.
You want to come Tuesday the 18th?
I think I get up there that time.
That's a 10 o'clock appointment. Dr. Farquharson will be available for that.
Okay, that's Tuesday the 18th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what time?
10 o'clock.
Okay. Another thing, could this be inherited?
Say that again. Repeat
Can
that.
it be inherited? You know, the cancer. I know that the leukemia part, I know that can, I believe that can be inherited. But how about the tongue cancer? Can a person
Tongue
inherit
cancers
that?
are usually not inherited. It's used based on behavior. Things like smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol or eating foods that cause a lot of acid breakdown to ulcerations. Those are the things that would lead to those types of cancers because it's due to a trauma or irritation of the tissue over a period of time.
Okay, thank you then.
All right.
So come in, we'll take a look at that. And then, you know, if you need a home for a dentist, you can come to Howard. But come on over and let us screen you, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay then.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Next.
Okay, Diane Leach, I've asked you to unmute several times.
Okay, I got it now.
Okay.
My question is this. Two questions. One is how often should you change your toothbrush? Two is every now and then when I'm brushing my teeth, I think maybe I'm brushing too hard. it just bleeds a little bit. Why is that?
How long has it been since you had your teeth cleaned?
About a year.
Okay, well, we can take a look at that, and I will give you some toothpaste that will help you stop
I
that.
use
You may use-
Cincinnati.
What
I
kind of
use
toothbrush are you using?
Cincinnati
No, what kind of
toothpaste.
toothbrush are you using?
I use a medium.
No, ma'am, you're not supposed to use those type of toothbrushes. The only toothbrush we're using now everywhere, they are soft. Because
Okay.
when you use a soft brush, it has a tendency to massage. When you use those hard toothbrushes, you brush some of the enamel away and you brush your gum away. So
Okay.
when you come in, we can take a look at it and then we can go from there. Now, once a year, we do what you call a free cleaning. If you want to get on that list, we can put you on that list and you can come in and we can provide a free cleaning for you.
Thank you.
Okay, when would you like to come over for us to take a look at your mouth? You can
I
come
have-
on the 19th if you like at 10 o'clock.
No, I have trouble getting out.
Okay.
I have trouble getting out.
So I
So
tell you what, why don't you just give me a call when you get out? If
All
you
right.
can get out at any time, like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at about 10 o'clock, give me a call and I'll make sure that you get in so we can take a look and see what's going on.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you both. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you,
next
baby.
we have is Yvonne Irvin. Go ahead, Yvonne.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Teresa. And thank you, doctors, for this information. I guess since I've been in college, that's been over 50 years, I've had like a little knot in the roof of my mouth. I have a very good dentist, Dr. Hines, whom I see every 6 months and have my regular cleanings. He called the name of it and said it was nothing to be alarmed about, or I forget the name of it, but it's like a little knot in the roof of my mouth. And it's been there, for so many years. And do you know, can you again tell me what that's called? He told me it was nothing, but malignant or anything like that.
Did he call it a tori?
He might have, but it's been a little while and it's.
Well, it's extra bone.
And you said Torah?
Tori.
So it's
T-O-
basically TORUS for singular. If it's multiple ones where you have it on the roof of your mouth or in the floor of your mouth, they're called tori for plural, TOI.
Yes.
So the thing is, they're benign, which means they're not going to necessarily cause any damage or any death. But if you ever need dentures, many times those have to be removed because the dentures won't fit properly.
Yeah, well, if mine is not that small, I do, I have a partial and I wasn't taking it out at night because I said, when you take your partials out, maybe your face, as we age, our face seem to, our jaws seem to be and, go in. And so I was sleeping in my dentures and Dr. Hines told me, no, Mrs. Irvin, be sure to take your dentures out at night. So I do that.
Absolutely, fantastic. That's good. And as we do get older, our gravity does take over, so our skin loses its elasticity and it becomes to droop a little bit. But if we do exercises and eat foods that have more fiber in it, it does prolong the length of the elasticity of your skin and your body, as well as improve your means for your heart rate, because cancer is the second leading cause of death, but hypertension and heart disease is the first leading cause of death. So eating properly helps reduce hypertension and helps also.
Okay, well, thank you. I think I do eat a well-balanced
with
diet.
exercise
Thank
helps
you.
reduce your chances of developing a cancer.
All right, well, thank you so much for this information. I think I'll come in. I do my cleanings regularly with Dr. Hines. He's a very good dentist.
Very good.
Okay, we have Portia Carson. Can you unmute Portia and ask your question? Portia Carson. Unmute. If we don't have that, then we'll go with Betty Jones. Betty, go ahead and unmute. Betty, unmute. Okay, they're still at it. We'll go with Yvonne Smith. Unmute, Yvonne, and ask your question. Go ahead, Yvonne.
Yes, I'm sorry, I had a little trouble unmuting. Yeah, I want to ask about the connection. I just recently got a cardiologist, and I go to I have had to switch dentists because of insurance about every 2 or 3 years. But I want to know about the connection between heart and dentist. I have all of my teeth except for my wisdom teeth. I'm 70 years old. Is it inevitable that I am going to lose my teeth? My great grandmother gave me advice. I asked her if there was anything that I should do, what would she do differently? She said, take care of your teeth. And even when I didn't have insurance, I made sure I did that. But what's the connection between the heart? I know it has something to do with the plaque and the teeth. And I'm going to call later and make an appointment as well.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and answer that this way. You will not lose your teeth inevitably. You have 2 sets of teeth. We have the baby teeth, we call primary or deciduous teeth, and then you have your adult teeth, which are called permanent teeth. They should last you forever. As long as you're going to live, you should have all your teeth. Now, the way to make sure that you have all teeth is don't be false to, if you're true to your teeth, then they won't be false. So what that means is take care of them, brush every day, twice a day, floss once a day, and come and see your dentist regularly. 3 or 6 months is the time period that we recommend. Some people see their dentist every year, but I would say every 3 to 6 months is the best route to go. Now that's also based on people's insurances. Their insurances may not cover everything, but I always tell people, your benefit plan doesn't necessarily consider your health. You need to consider your health overall, whatever plan is out there. And so you want to be healthy, you need to go and get your regular checkups and do that regardless of what your health insurance tells you you must do. But you can also do things at home by eating proper foods that allow for good chewing, fiber foods, fruits and vegetables. Those things are very important. Drinks at night and flossing once a day. Now, the reason why brushing is good twice a day is because bacteria builds up in a matter of about 12 to 24 hours. So if you're brushing twice a day, you reduce the amount of bacteria that's causing the diseases that are happening in the oral cavity. So that will be the best thing to do. So you are doing a great job if you're able to have 28 out of your 32 teeth and keep that up, because the longer you keep the teeth, the healthier you will be. Teeth, the longer your life expectancy. So I would say you're doing a great job and continue the work, but definitely get regular checkups.
Listen, someone asked a question about how often you should change your toothbrush. They say every 3 months. We have the flu. We have, right now we have the COVID. If you can change your toothbrush every 3 months, then that would be okay. I hear people saying that they take the toothbrush and put it in hot scalding water for about 3 minutes, and then they continuously use it. But we suggest that you purchase another soft toothbrush. If you come up here, maybe I'll give you one. Okay, Ms. Smith, thank you so much.
Okay,
Next.
I have a chat from Ms. Nelson, Shireen Nelson, and she says, dentures don't fit even adjusted. My bones are gone. Can
Well,
you
you still can come in and let us check your gums. There are a lot of things that dentistry can do. We have, if you're trying to get, they can put more bone there and see if it'll take, because I know a lot of people talking about implants, but I know in the hospital, they add more bone to your dentures so you can be able to wear dentures.
Well, thank you very much. We also have another question on the chat. What about water picks? Water pick versus flossing.
Water picks are helpful, but flossing is the best to removing the buildup of tartar plaque between the teeth. Water picks are good for massaging and can help if you cannot floss, because there are some people who have had strokes and different things that their manual dexterity becomes challenged, so they can use a water pick. But flossing is the best thing to do. And if you cannot, then the next best thing, if you can't do it at home, is to come in with your regular checkup so that it can give you what we call an oral prophylaxis, what you guys know as cleanings, and being able to remove those plaque buildup between the teeth.
Thank you. We have Betty Jones patiently waiting. Go ahead, Betty.
Hi. I want to go back to what Ms. Maxine was talking about, when she was talking about the apices. No, that was the other lady. The apices in the top of your mouth. Years ago, I was going to be fitted for dentures, but I had to have that apices removed in order to have it done. But then there was a problem with my parotid gland. I wasn't producing enough saliva in my mouth, and they gave me the warning that what could happen if you have your parotid removed. It could cause your face to freeze, the nerve would die, and you would look like maybe you've had a stroke, because that side, whichever side it's on, would not work like it used to. So I declined that surgery. I didn't want to take the chance on getting that surgery. The other thing is, the first time that I got dentures, I have partials. The first thing that I was told was, absolutely do not sleep in your dentures. It's one of the worst things you can do, as you all were saying. And the things that it could cause, among other things, is bad breath, which is not a good thing at all. And it's one other thing that I'd like to talk about. I belong to the Washington Senior Wellness Center over here in Southeast. And the dental school, or some folks from Howard Dentistry, came over. It was before the virus hit us. And for us to make appointments to come up there to have services done, but you could never get a connection with anybody. And
well, I'm asking you right now, I was there last month. Mr. Rogers, I was there last month, and I told you, you can come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You need to be here by 10 o'clock. You don't have to.
I'm sorry, I wasn't there. I missed your visit, so okay, I wasn't there.
The visit, okay. Well, anyway, what day would you like to come in so we could just take a look at what you're talking about?
Let me call you and make an appointment to come up there. I can't say right now, say do this day. I have to look at being retired. My calendar is fuller than when it was when I was working 40 hours a week.
Well, remember, the number is in the chat, so just use that number.
Yes, and the other lady was talking, she said that she couldn't get out to get up there. And I just wanted to share with everybody, through DACL, you can register with, they call it out with DACL, to be a participant with the senior med taxi. We'll come pick you up at your door, take you to where you're going. You give them a call to come back home, and whatever comes out of your pocket is nothing but lint, because this program is taken care of by the mayor. The senior citizens don't have to pay anything at all for that taxi fare, but it's only for medical appointments, medical dental appointments. And
hello, listen, if Miss Thompson, Miss Alice Thompson.
Alice, she's on.
Alice.
Let's see if I could find her.
Where is she? Miss Thompson can explain to you. We brought somebody out there from the Alice. These people need some information on how to use DACR, how to use
senior med taxi.
A couple of the guys that bring the people up to the school. Miss Thompson have information on that. We did bring someone out to the school over to your center to talk to you about free services for $5. You can go anywhere you want to go in DC.
Well, actually,
that
$5 has now been raised to $7. I just used that last Friday. It's $7 now for that taxi. But the senior medical taxi.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well,
okay. Go ahead.
We have a program for that. And like she said, they will pick you up and they will back to your home. So all you have to do is just give them reach out give them a call and we will take care of you. Because
Yes,
DC has
just register with the Office of Aging or
some of
DAP
the best
for the
programs I've
senior
ever seen.
medical
I live in
taxi.
Maryland,
It's the
there is nothing. Yes.
We
So
gotta
Ms. Thompson can talk to all of you about that and give them a call.
Okay, well, thank you. Portia,
Next.
Portia, Portia, are you there? I've asked you to unmute several times. Portia.
Yes, I
Go ahead.
wanted to, oh, I was like the other lady. I had been wearing my dentist at night too. So you saying stop doing that and don't wear them at night when you're sleeping. And I like to make an appointment to come to that dentist too. Howard
Okay, what day would you
University.
like to come in?
One day next week.
Okay, you can come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Thursday.
Friday, whatever day you like to come in. Which
Thursday.
day?
Yes, ma'am.
Thursday. Okay.
Put in the chat, what about electric toothbrushes? I just want to respond to that. Electric toothbrushes are probably one of the best brushes that you can use, especially for individuals who have dexterity, manual dexterity issues. All you have to do is take the electric toothbrush, turn it on, place it on the area of the tooth and the gums, and just let it do its work all the way around, and you'll be able to capture every tooth and every gum area without having to work very hard. So if you have an electric toothbrush, that's great. If you don't, you try to get one, that would be great. But electric toothbrushes are actually a great benefit to having over a manual toothbrush. But if you can't afford one, a manual toothbrush can work and they can show you how to use those. But electric toothbrushes are very good as well.
Okay, Pauline Harris, go ahead and unmute, Pauline. Pauline Harris, unmute. Okay, she's no longer there. Sandra.
Yeah. Yes, I have a question. How often should you have your dentures changed?
They use this, they change your dentures every 5 years. If you're on Medicaid, Medicaid will pay for you a new set of dentures every 5 years. But if you have problems with your denture, you need to see a dentist so they can take a look to find out what's wrong with them. And then you may have to have, you know, them remade. You could lose weight or you could gain weight. Either one of them, you just need to have them checked. Like Dr. Farquharson said, you need to come to the dentist at least twice a year or either 3 times a year so that it can be checked.
I have one more minute before I have to go.
Because he has to go to class.
Okay,
Now,
so
which one of
Michael
you guys
Charles
was talking about electric toothbrush?
Right.
Thank you.
We have Michael Charles saying, this meeting is very informative. You're a treasure in heaven. I haven't smiled in 30 years. Can I come in on Tuesday, please?
What's your name?
Michael Charles is the name.
Michael. He's gonna come in Tuesday the 18th.
Okay.
Is that Tuesday the 18th, Miss Teresa, Jane?
He didn't put a date, he just said come in Tuesday, so I'm assuming it would be the 18th.
All right, that would be the 18th at 10 o'clock.
Okay, Michael, did you hear that? You're there, scheduled for October 18th at 10 a.m. Please respond in the chat. Okay, Teresa Durbin is asking for the address of the school.
We're located at 600 W Street. We're next door to Howard Hospital.
Okay.
And come to the 2nd floor. Now, whichever, let me tell you something. I think he said Ireland. Whoever said something about electric toothbrush, I don't have any adult electric toothbrushes, but I do have a electric child's brush. They do the same thing. Now, if you would like to have one, when you come, you tell me, and then I will see that you get one.
Wow. Wow.
And I appreciate you guys letting us come to talk to you. I wanted to make it very informal because there are a lot of people in DC are not knowledgeable of a lot of things that goes on, or people brush you off and won't tell you anything. But we're here to tell you, your teeth are designed to last a lifetime. A lot of you probably heard the word pyrrhea. Your grandparents or somebody, you know, may have had it in your family. You can't inherit that. You develop that yourself by not taking care of your teeth. Your teeth can last you up until you are 100. Now, if you want to keep them, you must brush them. You must remove all the plaque. You cannot sleep with the plaque on your teeth, because believe it or not, when you leave food in your mouth, the bacteria dance all night long. And that's something you don't want to happen to your teeth. And when you talk about implants, the same thing. If you don't take care of your regular teeth, how you think you're going to take care of some implants? And implants are very, very expensive. Now, Dr. Farquharson has to run to class, and I appreciate you guys letting us come to give you some more information about dentistry. It's not a secret. We're here. We're here for you, and we provide you with, you know, the knowledge. Listen, now, for some of you that are on Social Security, some of you on Medicaid, whatever you're on, we do have a small grant here, but
Oops. Oops.
thank you.
The address is.
The address is 600 W Street, Northwest Washington. Miss Alice Thompson had us over there last month. If you need us to come back, we will come back.
Okay, what a wonderful and informative presentation. We thank you both. I'm sure all the seniors, I've unmuted you, so perhaps you can either wave or say thank you, whatever way you'd like to show your appreciation for today's information. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good.
Thompson,
Bye-bye.
also.
We're on our way to class now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, as you see, we had an impromptu visitor, which is also worked out to be really beneficial for some of you who are now having to deal with denture. To be honest with you, right now, I went yesterday to have oral surgery, bone grafting, and that is because I wasn't taking care of my teeth. So the good news is that we're learning how to, and we can do so now. Okay. All right. Moving ahead now, where are we as far as time? Yeah, we're almost at the 2 o'clock hour. I will unmute all of you. I think you can unmute yourselves now. You should be able to. And if you have any, you can't? Okay, let's see if I can unmute all of you. Mute all current, allow all to unmute themselves. Okay. And you should be able to unmute yourself now. Go ahead.
Teresa.
Okay.
Teresa, this is
Yes.
Diane. May I ask you, I didn't hear the last part of her
Right.
What she said
answers.
about yeah.
Please let me tell her, I didn't hear the last part of her
Yeah,
answer
on mute
because it
everybody.
went mute on us. So could you tell us what she said?
She said that they had grants available for those of you who need financial help.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to let them know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Can you tell me what time my appointment is? Because I didn't hear.
She said 10 o'clock.
Take notes of appointments.
What time she say?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Okay.
You're
That's
all
next Thursday, right?
If I were you,
They
I'd
put the number in the
first come,
chat.
first serve.
Diane, thank you so much.
Teresa.
You want to leave
10
early.
a.m.
Yeah. Get there early if you want to leave early. Because it's
And those that need
first serve.
those that need transportation can call Senior Med Express. I have the number.
Thank
Okay.
you.
What is cinematic?
It's Senior Med Express. Let me give it to you. Hold on.
Put it in the chat.
Put it on chat. Okay, let me try to find it right quick. Oh boy, I thought I had it right. Yellow. You should call them today. Okay. Let me see how I can put it on chat.
Do they carry wheelchair accessible?
Yes, they do. When you call them, they will ask you, do you need a wheelchair or a regular cab?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa,
Yes.
Teresa, did Miss Rogers say how you could go about applying for a grant?
You have to show up first. You need to go
Oh,
ahead.
you just have to, okay.
And they will probably have a form available for you to complete based on your income, you know, whatever it is that they
Right.
buy.
Okay, okay, all
But the
right,
best thing
thank
is
you.
to show up.
Miss Teresa.
The number
Can I
in.
ask the person with the TV to turn it off? Thank you. Or I'm going
And turn the TV off.
Miss
Please.
Miss Teresa.
off.
Does your vitamin C last 24 hours?
So
Only Nature's
that
Bounty
person
does.
isn't listening.
With the new
Oh,
24
taking
Hour Plus,
advantage of
you
somebody.
get longer lasting vitamin C.
Miss
All right.
Teresa.
So good.
I
Miss
just
Wilson,
She is.
I just
turn the
figured out.
TV off.
Okay, I'm gonna put you out if you continue to have that TV on.
She pushed it right back on. Miss Wilson, turn your TV.
Miss Wilson, if you keep unmuting yourself, I will put you in the waiting room.
That ain't funny. On
Yes,
time.
she is.
Go ahead. If you have a question, go ahead.
Miss Teresa.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Can I? Am I able to talk?
Go ahead. Speak, Miss
All right.
Cat.
This is Pauline. I try to unmute when you told me to lower, to unmute my button, but I have degenerative osteoarthritis throughout my body, so you got to give me a second to like punch it in, because when the screen comes on, as soon as I touched it, you muted me, and I had a very important question.
Oh, I apologize.
That's okay. Do you think I can call them and ask them?
Yes, there's that. Do you need the number?
Can you put it in the chat for me, please?
In the chat.
All right, thank
Numbers in
you.
the chat. Also,
I'm putting in a safe at home number for any of the people that need it.
I put it in also in the chat, the safe at home. Both, it's two
Oh,
numbers
okay,
I have.
she's gonna put it
One
in
of
the
them is the
chat.
supervisor number if you have any problems.
Hello, this is Alice.
Miss, hold on one second. I want to speak with Miss Harris. Miss Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
We discussed this morning about having gifts available for those that are struggling with accessibilities. I would highly advise you to participate in the morning programs where you can receive a stylus so that you can use that instead of your finger, okay? But in order for you to get that, you've got to participate, and basically at some point you'd be given that as a door prize, okay?
Okay, so don't just come to class, come to everything?
Well, not everything. Okay, so what I do, for those of you who weren't here last year, is that I give door prizes based on, there's sometimes random. You don't know you're getting it that day, depending on.
Oh, Lord, I need a steal.
Or you might get it, or you as the most attended. You may get it, there's several ways to earn it.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
If that day I'm giving away a door prize, it will be a number. And who will pull that number? One of you will pull the number.
Well, let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question. What's the best time for me to come on? Because how late can I come on? Because when they talking to each other, I have migraine headaches, and sometimes I don't want to, hear the chat. I'd rather just come on class or whatever you have on that day.
1 o'clock is between 1 and 1:05 is when I begin to mute everyone, when I get them to,
Okay, well, I won't come on before then.
Right, but next week I'll be doing morning classes, and at the morning classes I'll be giving away the gifts.
And it's still morning class at what time?
10:30.
I'll be there at 10:30. Thank you. Everybody have a blessed day. I can sign off.
Okay, yeah, you can go. Okay,
all right, thank you. Everybody have a blessed day.
No. Yes, I wanted to ask you a question. When you could be contacting me.
We've got a TV going.
Hello?
I'm
I'm trying to hear you. I hear somebody's TV.
Okay, I just turned the TV off.
You're not aware, you
Go ahead,
are
sorry about
disrupting the
that.
class.
Turn that up, Maxine.
Yes, I wanted to know, could you call me so we could discuss me working with you so I can get my presentation together?
Yep, I've got you on my list here.
Okay, when you get a chance.
So I need to look at my
Yes.
calendar, what dates I have available.
Okay.
And then I will email you the dates. You will select your date.
Okay, that's fantastic, because I'm a novice at this and
Oh, well, everybody's a novice right now, so don't feel bad. You'll need training and I'll be available to assist
yeah, my
you.
grandkids call me Tech Did.
Okay, but as you can see, Juliet almost did hers today, but Juliet, you'll be ready. You learned how to share the screen today, right, Juliet? Go ahead and unmute. You can unmute. You're muted. So,
Okay.
So you will be the first. I'm going to
She's
look at my dates
beautiful.
and I'm going to get back to you, Juliet, and then give you
No.
the, okay?
Teresa, I think I let Miss Maxine go because
want
I've done one before, but this was very, very informative. I like this.
Okay.
So Maxine, you go ahead first.
Okay.
Okay. You mean go before you? I have to go
Yes,
through
ma'am.
training before I go through you.
It's okay. I'm still in training too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but I think my most thing for me is loading up, my artwork, how I'm going to do it, and so it be presentable, so I can move it along. Because me, I get mouthy. I start talking and it'll be 30 minutes. Because I'm a retired teacher, we run our mouths, blah, 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 blah. But it'll
So
be
Maxine,
like
write it down and you say with the script.
Okay. All right, I'd like to go to Jennifer Blackman. She's been waiting patiently. Go ahead, Jennifer. Jennifer, go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Blackman.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh God, Teresa. Teresa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I'm supposed to be coming in to have my teeth checked on Thursday of this week. But I'm hearing I came on late. I'm not feeling so hot. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm listening.
So my appointment time is the 11th. I'm wondering if I can keep it at 10 o'clock.
That's tomorrow?
No, Thursday.
Oh, today is the 11th.
I mean, the 13th. Sorry.
13th. Okay. Well, did you have the number to call and check? Do you want me to give you the number?
I got the number. I called her because I first said I was going to come in on the 6th, but I couldn't make it. So I called her and told her that I couldn't make it. And she said, I told her the available time that I have was the 13th. And she said to call her the day before at 10 o'clock. So I'm wondering, I couldn't get in to talk because it was muted. And then when it was unmuted, I couldn't get in to talk to her to find out if
Sorry.
it was okay.
Right. Next time, send a text, a chat, and I will see it if you can't.
Sorry?
I said next time is in the chat, so I will.
No, she just pulled up just like I did.
No, I'm
You ain't
talking
looking
about
at
the
me,
lesson.
stuff like
Portia,
that.
I'm going to put you out of the classroom, Portia. I've been muting you because I can't take the background noise.
Well, that's something I muted myself.
Portia is not well.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, Ms. Blackman, what I would advise is that you get on the phone right now, call her today. If you can't reach her today, leave a message, and then tomorrow. If you get desperate, call me and I'll go on the inside.
I keep trying to write something in here and every time.
If you get desperate,
Yes, yes.
Call me,
Call her, you said.
and I'm gonna put my number in the chat so you can get it, and then I would then contact somebody inside the school so that, because I know it's important for you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put my number in the chat. So you
Okay,
can
now
call.
go over here.
Does she have transportation?
Jessica, do you have
Lord, say
transportation?
more.
She can call Senior Med Express so they can pick her up.
Okay, that number is in the chat, right?
Yes, I put it in the chat for Senior Med Express.
Okay, thank you.
But you should call them today so they can
my number
you know,
in the chat.
See what I'm saying? I can't even do that.
Okay, thank you.
Senior Med Express. It should be in the chat. I put it there.
Okay.
Senior, yeah, 4207533.
All right, Jennifer. So I put my.
Okay, thank you, Teresa.
Who's been waiting patiently. Let me see. I keep seeing her popping up every once in a while. All right, so I've spoken to Maxine. You're fine.
Yeah, yes, I'm fine. Can I leave now?
Yes, you
May I
can.
leave now? Thank you. Thank you very kindly. And I'll be talking with you soon. Have a blessed day and feel better. Thank you.
Teresa.
Okay, thank you
Hi.
very much.
When will the morning classes start?
Yes.
Hi, Miss Teresa.
10:30. Next
What
Monday.
day? Oh, next Monday. Okay, thank you.
The 17th.
Okay.
All right, seems like everybody's had their questions or concerns handled. So I will, Miss Nelson, you said you need help with a computer class.
I did put that up, so let me.
Nelson, do you hear me? Are you sent a
Yes, I
message?
can.
You need help with your computer class? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I don't know what's going on.
You sign in for classes? Do you show up for classes?
I come on every day at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
But most of the times I get confused.
Okay.
It kind of goes, it goes fast, and I'm really not computer savvy.
That's okay. That's okay. This program is for individuals like yourself. So here's another question. Can you get to a library to have face-to-face training?
Yes, I can get to a library.
All right, then. So why don't we get in touch with you and get you going to the library?
Senior Med Express, Yellow Cat, CDDC Company.
And once we get you there, that way you'll get one-on-one help.
Senior.
Okay?
Hello, somebody. Hello.
And your name is Shireen Nelson?
Shireen.
Shireen. I got it. I see it. R-A-A-I-N. I'll have someone get in touch with you with regards to the library sessions, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have Alex, actually, my assistant. He does the library training on Thursdays. He'll get in touch with you and help you get you out. And you know what? Give yourself some time. Don't be hard on yourself. It takes a while, okay? Not everybody's savvy. We all start off somewhere. I started where you are many years ago. So, and so many others. We've trained hundreds of seniors, hundreds, like yourself, okay?
Okay, I have anxiety so bad, and
that's okay.
It bothers me.
Alex is very patient, okay? He's very
okay. Thank you.
All right, we'll call you about that. Okay.
All right.
Teresa, this is Denise. Hi.
Go ahead.
I was saying, I don't know if it would help her, but remember I was telling you about the learning help on the tablet. What is called? Yeah,
But
that's good.
She doesn't really know her tablet well, so she really needs to go for face-to-face first, then become acquainted with that app.
Oh, okay. Have you ever looked at it yet?
I don't have it on my app, my device.
Oh, it's real nice. It's real good. Everything you talk about is there, and it's real easy for us to learn. Yeah.
Well, maybe once Alex can introduce her to it.
Yeah,
So,
cause I think he have it on his app.
yeah, he does. I don't have
Yeah,
that. I
if
don't.
he can open it up and let everybody see it, they can
Mhm.
get on that, and they can be practicing after, you go off. So they
Okay,
can get more understanding on it.
thank
I
you.
think, yeah, but you're doing a good job.
Always.
Yes.
So, nice to see you, Tawana. You look well.
How you doing? How you doing, Miss Teresa?
Sure.
How was your
Not a
How was your
problem.
vacation?
Oh, my vacation is
When is
fine.
he leaving?
Very good. That's not glad you enjoyed it. How's your sister doing?
Yeah, I see.
Doing
Yeah,
fine.
we can't play.
That's good. I enjoyed the class today. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go up there and see what's going on with the dental clinic.
do that.
Because I have too far to go to my dental. That's way up there by the zoo.
Okay, so Jacqueline, before I go ahead and ask your question, Jacqueline. Jacqueline Coachman, you have a question?
Yes.
Go
How are
ahead.
you, Miss Teresa?
Fine.
I'm good. I wanted to say a lot of us don't really have the same kind of insurance, but I want to give a lot of them heads up on the United Healthcare. They do but you have to sign up for them. They do have a like a little program that they give you like a little money on your card that you can order stuff like even like the toothbrush and stuff that they was talking about, that it has that
Yeah.
in a handbook. It has vitamins and all that other stuff that you can order too.
Mm.
But you
And
have to
it is open enrollment time. So go ahead, seniors. I'm going to try to get someone to come on board to talk about open enrollment very soon. Okay?
okay.
Thank
Another
you.
thing you were saying that you can go up to the library to get a one-on-one. So which library is that?
No, I can't answer questions on that one. I'm not the library person. Alex is my assistant. But if you want to, you can send me an email and I will
Yeah.
have respond to it.
Oh, okay.
Teresa, this is Juliet.
Thank
They
you so
have
much.
Take
You're
It
welcome.
Tuesday at Martin Luther King Library. And yeah, from 1 to, I do have a flyer here about it. So every Tuesday, you can go to Martin Luther King Library. You don't need an appointment, and they will help you with whatever it is that you want to learn.
Wow, that's very good.
Okay, and that's Tuesday.
All right.
Take It Tuesday. That's
Janice Sanker is asking what is the number for the Howard School? Let me see if I can
It's
find
in the chat.
in the chat. But Janice, if you have a pen available, it's 240-499-6010. Again, I repeat, 240. Hold on. Oops, I lost my chat. Hold on.
499.
Go ahead.
6010.
Thank you, Sandra. Yep, my chat disappeared within a second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye. Oh, Ms. Irvin, you have a question before I go?
Well, yes, Teresa, I'm one of the stars. I danced with Juliet and in the Dancing with the Senior Stars. And I'm so glad that we have that schedule. Can you tell me when the video will be shown? And I would love to be listed as a co-presenter.
Yes, Yvonne, I sent you a message. Please call me and we can get together, sit down and get it. There's a time for everything. And we did not get our final video. So I'm sure by then we will get it. But Yvonne, please give me a call and we can sit down and present it together to our beautiful group.
Absolutely. I'd like to have the whole video shown, Teresa. It was quite a treat.
Yes. No, Yvonne, I did send you a message in the chat with my phone number. If
Okay,
you could,
I have your phone number.
Yeah. Okay. So let's call and let's get it together and present it to our group.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Juliet.
Yeah.
Barbara Mungo, please give me a call.
Hey, Yvonne.
Who is that? Who is that?
Sandra Edwards.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I know.
Bye.
Don't go missing again, Teresa.
Y'all be blessed.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Everybody have a blessed day.
Everybody have a good day.